Relatable state machines. A state machine can be defined as a device with a set of allowable states, potential transitions between these states, and an initial state. The set of allowable states is just all the different states that can possibly exist during this particular computation. The potential transitions are from a specific state, all the different states that it can move to. And the initial state is just wherever the state machine allows for you to start. This set of computations can allow for you to effectively model any sort of behavior that can be defined in a computer. So effectively, you can have a non-terminating state machine, which is a machine where each state has a possible transition to at least one other state. Intuitively, this effectively means that you can never have one final output because there can always be one place that a state can move to from its current state. Let's define a set of things to do while working in the Linux environment. And your starting state is that you've learned a new Linux command. So once you've learned a new Linux command, you can obviously move into working on some projects in your Linux environment because you've learned something new and you want to apply it to different things that you've done and see how it'll help you. However, as you're doing that, you're inevitably going to screw something up big time, which, because you don't know how to effectively work around that new Linux command, you're going to have to turn to the internet to look for solutions. And as you're looking on the internet for solutions to your problem, you're going to invariably have to learn a new Linux command. So as you can see here, there's no state that doesn't have at least one transition to another state.
We will now move on to a terminating state machine. A terminating state machine is one in which at least one state has no transitions originating from it, meaning that once you arrive at that state, there are no further transitions to make and the state machine is done. We will define a set of places first years go to on a Friday night, and the initial state will be first year dorms. A first year can either go to 1515, just go out to get some food on the corner, or go to a pregame. Now, whether you go to get some food on the corner or you go to a pregame, you're going to end up at the bar Trinity by the end of the night. So, both 1515 and Trinity are terminating states because there are no other states that are achievable from those two locations.
All right, some state machines have a property that's defined for them called a preserved invariant. And that's a property that once fulfilled for a specific state will remain fulfilled for every state that is reachable by a transition from that state. All right, so let's define a set called activities on a weekday. And the starting state is working diligently on homework. Now let's define a preserved invariant for this of not being productive. So in our starting state, working diligently, as you work diligently, you're going to eventually finish projects, which if you continue being productive, will go back to you working diligently on other projects. However, when you're working diligently, you can also take a break, which is not productive. Well, after you take a break, no one really goes back to doing anything except for just taking a break. You're going to go watch some Netflix, get some food. But after all this, you're going to realize that as a result of taking the break, you've put off so much of your workload, and that's going to stress you out. And as you stress out about that workload, you're going to invariably feel so overstressed that you're going to have to take another break. So once you reach a non-productive state, it's impossible to go back to a productive state.
One other kind of state is a non-attainable state. These states are defined by the set of possible states, but is unreachable by transitions from any other state. We will define a set of possible career states, and the starting state will be attending Virginia Tech. One other state in the state machine is success. From attending Virginia Tech, you could receive a degree, at which point you could either go back to Virginia Tech to pursue higher education, or you could move on to look for a job in the field. From this job search, you will realize that success is unattainable, and you'll end up getting a job at maybe a Starbucks or something. In this state machine, success is an unattainable state.